the drug.
Oh, you mean the drug that killed me?
Yes.
Did I tell you about that?
Yes, you did. But
I've been a little shut off about the whole Belladonna experience.
I understand.
It still affects me. It's like I see things here, I see things there, I see things everywhere. But when I look at you, I see you, and I'm wondering.
Do you think it ever causes you to have sleep deprivation?
I had sleep deprivation before that. My grandfather died when I was 5. I was afraid to go to sleep after that because everybody else in the house might die in their sleep as he died in his sleep. So I had to get up and randomly check everybody. And then I got a little brother named Drew. He has night terrors. Gets up and starts beating up shit and tearing up the walls and peeing on stuff. Yeah. I mean, who can sleep through that? I'm already worried that everybody's going to die. Awake all night. And I got a brother who pees on me, kicks my ass. He's like 4 years old. Tears my clothes off, pees in my mother's mouth. Then you can't wake him up because then he freaks out. And you just gotta walk around with him, say, okay, don't bump into this wall, push him along, don't let him hit in this wall, and don't set anything on fire. He has walked out into the street a few times. Sadly enough, I kind of allowed. There's a few things I allowed, just to see what would happen. Luckily, there wasn't a lot of traffic in our neighborhood, so he only get hit by one car, and it was like not even a hit. It was just
kind of love tap.
Yeah. It saw him, bump, fell down, woke up, started peeing on himself. It's pretty funny, but anyway, sleep deprivation. Yeah, that started way before Belladonna. What Belladonna does, when you're on it, okay, you said French earlier, so we'll just go with French. You're sleepwalking, essentially, until your heart stops. It closes your stomach down so you cannot regurgitate, and it can cause that for life. But you start sleepwalking around. You may start speaking French, fluid, perfect French, although you don't know it.
Wow.
You can speak Swahili.
Wow.
It's documented. I mean, it's common. It's a common thing. Like I said, you can't regurgitate stuff. You think you're in foreign countries. You're basically sleepwalking. You are in a night terror. But what ultimately is going to happen is your heart's going to stop. My heart stopped in my mom's closet, and they're like, Clamps! Clamps! Breaking her up, waking me up. Then they get me out and into the ambulance. I'm all strapped down like this because it's like you're on PCP. You can like break straps and stuff. Felt real bad because I broke one guy's arm and he was just trying to help me. And the only thing I remember is seeing his face, these big old googly eyes, and his mouth saying, "Stop it!" And slap, bam, hit me in the face. But you know what? I deserved it because I tore the fuck out of that ambulance. This ambulance driver was jumping on the wrong side of the road, hopping over the median. He got me to that hospital, and as soon as I'm in the door, stop everything, clear, blowing me up. Get me to the hospital room. I stay in ICU for a week. First night, I think it's raining. I'm just fucking raining and pouring. I'm hearing this jars of clay, lift me up. The flood's coming, and thinking of Hard Rain with Christian Slater. And I'm laying in the bed. Tapping on the button, nurse comes in, I'm sitting there, I'm drowning, but I never drowned because there was no rain. So the next day, after the rain stops, all these strangers come in to see me, a whole room full of strangers, and apparently a lady named Melody, who's my sister-in-law, is, Chris, don't you know who I am? I'm like, get the fuck out of my face, you nasty bitch, and I'm cussing her out, and I tell my mom, just, please get away from me. You're crawling with ants. I'm afraid her ants are going to fall on my face.
Oh my God.
And eventually, the people kind of get the hint. They all leave the room, or the doctor orders them out. I don't really know. I got to contend with the ceiling coming down and these little dips hitting me. Finally, after it all smoothens out, I will say, I woke up. I had some broken fingers, broken arm. My whole knee was missing. I mean, it was there, but all the skin was gone. My toes,
oh my God.
There was no skin on my toes because apparently I'd been walking through bushes, like almost like they weren't there. you know?
Mm.
And it also makes your body hot, and it's very natural for anybody on Belladonna to remove all their clothes. My girlfriend was found in the top of the chimney at her house, butt naked, and the fire department had to take her down.
Yeah,
Well, my friend Donovan, on the other hand, we walk into my mom's house butt naked in the beginning, and he goes up to the bathtub and thinks he's swimming in the ocean, splashing around. And of course, my mom, she suspected something.
I just
You know.
I would.
You know, we're bloody, we're naked, and we're talking crazy stuff. But in the end, there was a guy named Joseph who wanted to do it with us. But he couldn't that weekend. He went to Georgia Tech. So, the point of Joseph is we get out of the hospital. We've seen psychiatrists, preachers, regular doctors, everybody you can see to make sure we're safe to be back in society.
Yeah.
Okay, so Joseph calls us up the moment we get home and says, when can I pick it up? When can I pick it up?
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Well, he wanted to sell it to kids at Georgia Tech.
Oh my God. I bet, like,
Yeah, that was the ultimate moral change for me, because I realized, I had a great time, even though I, put my family through all the hell. It was fun as hell. But I did die multiple times, and I do have a weak heart now from it.
Yeah.
But this guy wanted to sell a product that essentially killed me and my best friend and put my girlfriend in a coma. Funny story, I received a CD in the mail the day I got home from a band called The Smiths, the best of The Smiths, and favorite song, Girlfriend in a Coma, I know, it's serious. I was fucking jamming on that song because she was in a coma.
Fair enough.
It was like, God gave it to me.
Wow, that's crazy. That is crazy.
Because I never even heard the song. I just ordered it based off the fact that another band I liked The Smiths.
Well, it's kind of odd to me that you can even say that the experience was anywhere near pleasant, because it just seems like, to me, that whole experience would be terrifying.
Well, visiting the jungle,
Yes.
hanging out with Aborigines,
You've seen Aborigines in
getting
what I would call
getting
your
to walk,
hallucination.
getting to walk a spacewalk through through the cosmos.
Okay.
That was cool.
Yeah.
When I woke up in the hospital and it's raining and all these strangers with these fucking ugly ass faces are coming at me telling me they love me, and I look down at my dick and there's this big yellow cheese whiz thing sticking out of it, because apparently they stuck a catheter in there and I didn't know what the fuck it was. I just looked down at my dick tripping and I'm like, ah! What the fuck? That was bad. No doubt. And that's why I wouldn't sell it. So the Cosmos Walk, I would sell it if I knew how to control it. But after that, we destroyed all 94 bushels of it.
How? Okay.
We've been growing.
Wow. I guess I don't know quantity of Belladonna, and when you say a bushel, you're actually selling the plant.
We didn't sell the entire. We wouldn't have sold the entire plant. You just take. All you need is one pod. Break open the seeds. You make a tea, and that's enough for about 5 to 10 people.
So is a pod a bushel essentially?
No. The bushel. I meant the bushel was the actual plant. There could have been 100 pods on there. I mean, we were looking to make.
Okay.
We were
So you
looking to
had
make
one
between
plant,
$50,000 and $100,000 off it, if we could have controlled it better.
Oh, wow.
But after the experience, we realized we don't really know what the fuck we're doing. We had studied it hard. We developed it. We cultivated it. We knew the origins of it. One of the main origins is kings would trap their generals inside a box, like a coffin, with a slit in it so they could see out. Pump them with Belladonna. They couldn't regurgitate. They're stuck in the box. They are going to dry out, and eventually their heart is going to stop. And they're stuck in there, tripping their mind out. And apparently that was considered an evil torture. A very, very, one of the worst ways to die. But, on the other hand, Aristotle used Belladonna medicinally, and Edgar Allan Poe used Belladonna on a daily basis.
On a daily basis?
Smaller, controlled, more understandable amounts.
Understood.
The good and bad thing about Belladonna,
Fair enough.
if you know what you're doing, you can have a great experience. I'm never going to try it again
I understand.
because of the experience I had. It was great, and it was. I mean, I don't think it can top that, but the ending was awful.
Well, it just seems like to me that the fine line of too much and too little, or just too much, rather, is so undefined and probably such a scary thing to try to search for. To find what is too much.
Oh yeah.
That it may not even be worth it.
I would try it in small shots. See, I drank a mason jar's worth, and it came from about 10 pods. But we thought we were still about a week early, at least maybe 2 weeks early.
So
it wasn't totally right.
Is that a factor?
Well, with any fruit or anything that buds, there's a point when it's perfect.
Okay,
and
so
it just was not there yet, and we wanted to go ahead and give it a try.
So you think maybe because you harvested it too early, it could have been too potent?
I don't think it was no, I think it would have been more potent, but that's why we used so. We didn't think it.
Okay.
We didn't think it was going to have the potency.
Okay.
So we used more. We always overdid anything. You know, I started drinking. I'm drinking. First night I buy alcohol. I buy Golden Grain for 6 months. I'm chugging Golden Grain. You know. Then after that, go 151. You know, the Golden Grain came after a night of traveling the neighborhood. We woke up naked there too, and a bunch of dead dogs in the neighborhood, and blood all over us, and you know, busted up shingles on houses and windows knocked out and all this stuff. So, you know, chugging a gallon of Golden Grain each is not a good idea.
Understood.
You know, I found that out the hard way.
I see.
My problem is excess.
Yes.
You know?
Or
so
control.
That's why I try not to do anything that I can go into excess anymore. It's bad for you.
Well, I can understand that.
I mean, look at you. You got 2 Diet Cokes right here.
Fair enough.
I mean, you know, aspartame can kill you. You have enough of it, you can trip balls. I'll show you.
I'll have to take your word for it. I have no.
No, it's cool.
I don't wish to trip balls.
Yeah, I don't either.
Now we are going to reenact when Chris seen people for who they really are. Now you see me for who I really am. It's your sissy!
Get away from me, skunk monster! Leave me be! I've been in the rain. I have seen the shells of the redemption night. You will not take me! Take me! Right on your face! Leave! Leave! No! 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 Please do not forsake me. Please do not forsake me. Please do not forsake me. Help me, Lord. I can see your face. Oh, damn. Mom, no! Fucking dead, skunk bastard! Under the cheese blanket, under the blanket. What the fuck? There's something in my dick! There's something in my fucking dick! Oh, help me! Help! Help! Help me! There's something in my dick! Fuck.
And now that was a reenactment of how things really are on Belladonna.